On Cinema is back. I love this movie. Movies, money, financial investments. Quiet on set. It's On Cinema at the Cinema, Season 11. With your host, me, Tim Heidecker, President and CEO of On Cinema Productions. Hi, everybody. Shut up. Shut up. I'm going to get to you in a minute. My name is Tim Heidecker, and I am back in the driver's seat on cinema, at the cinema, back the way it belongs. I've got a lot to get to today, a lot to fill you in on. A lot of movies to review. Yes, and I'm going to introduce my guest in a second, Greg Turkington from the VFA.
Hey, guys.
I have to tell you, this has been a long road. It's been a road that you guys have been by my side throughout. It's a long story, I'll get into it, but it's the brief headline, the sort of main event is...
Abominable is the first movie that we're going to review today.
Let me take you back a few months. You know, this On Cinema family, this brand that I built over many years was robbed from me, was taken from me against my will by the Delgado family and the Delgado Media Holding, whatever the company was called. And I lost that battle. I didn't lose the war. The Delgados obtained this On Cinema property, and they put this guy in charge. And nothing happens. There was zero growth. Greg could not produce any content.
They wouldn't give me any studio time or money or anything to do
Well,
anything.
what do you think? Things are just given to you? You have to work for them. You have to present your case. So I analyzed the situation. My business team and I, we analyzed the company from outside. The first time I was really able to do that is look at the company from the outside perspective. And I saw a company, the Delgado company, that was, I felt that they were ready to get rid of this property because of the inaction that this guy took. He did not make any moves. You didn't see it on cinema.
I was doing Popcorn Classics on Twitter every day.
How's that generating anything?
I was shooting my outside segments.
Quiet.
I have a new outside segment called Classic Movie Time that I shot, that I have about 10 episodes that we're going to see this season.
I'll get to that in a second, but here it is, folks. This is it. This is the big deal we made. This is the deal, the transfer of On Cinema back to its rightful owner, myself. This is Bruce Delgado, and this is something I worked really hard on. But everything I worked for all these years is now mine. What once was mine is now mine again. And so I think it's a great day for everybody watching. And you know, there's so much here that I haven't even gotten into some of the weeds of this. But we have, first of all, a letter from Greg Turkington disavowing the Delgados, which is a big step, and admitting some fault in that. And so you've signed that, and we are on our way.
Otherwise you wouldn't put me on the show. But.
Well, there are no terms and conditions. It was a blanket agreement. And so I want to thank all my advisors and everybody, and especially the Delgados, for realizing what they had was a rotten apple, and they cut the apple from the tree, and now it's mine. And I'm going to bring that apple back to life, and we're going to have a whole orchard. And 3 new movies reviewed each week, which is going to be a big improvement over the last few years. Nothing indicates that here.
But that's what you told me.
Yeah. And, you know, speaking of independent financing, I want to thank a great company that I got involved with to make this happen, MoneyZap.com. MoneyZap.com is a quick bank, essentially. They're an online bank. You know, I was really struggling trying to find a way to raise the capital to purchase back what was mine. And I discovered, sort of just late night kind of Googling, you know, I just sort of searched fast cash now on Google, and that's how it became one of the first things that came up. And you got to check this site out if you're looking for fast cash. This site blew me away. I put in some basic information and credit card information and everything like that. And within minutes, I had $25,000 in my bank.
So if you take a loan from them, you have to do an ad for them too? Let's get to the movies.
No. I'm just giving some context here.
Well, you got the money. We don't care where you got it. Let's just do the movie reviews.
Within minutes, I got $25,000 with zero interest. And, you know, I really feel you're giving me crap for taking time on this, but I really think they deserve some credit because they made today possible. No one else did. Get this shot. And we're back. Okay, we're going to get into our movies today, and
Abominable.
first movie we're reviewing is Abominable, directed by Jill Colton and Todd Wilderman, casted by Chloe Bennett and Eddie Izzard and Saul Paulson. This is a story of a magical Yeti who must return to his family. This is sort of a story of a snowmen and sort of big, almost like Bigfoot, but in the snow, kind of white hair with snow. And I did notice there was a lot of sort of winter elements to this movie, and different voices played throughout, and almost a movie for kids. Not exclusively, but I loved it, and I would give it 5 bags of popcorn.
Yeah, this is kind of a modern take on the old, I guess it's a myth or a legend. And to see what they did with it with today's animation technology is really pretty exciting. Just before seeing this, earlier that afternoon, I was watching the Jetsons movie, which is from about 1990, I think. And it was really interesting to see the vast difference in the animation quality and style. Both movies are great in their own way, but I think Abominable ushers in a new era of modern animation.
All right, well, let's...
And I give it 5 bags of popcorn, and we're going to do a little bit of a throwback. I'm going to give it also a little lucky rabbit's foot keychain, which I've given to other movies before, because a rabbit's foot almost looks like a tiny abominable snowman. If you think about it, the white fur and stuff, you could sort of use it to sort of pretend you had a little abominable snowman in your pocket.
All right. Next movie is called Judy, directed by Rupert Golb, starring Renee Z. All right. Zellweger. Zellweger. Directed by Rupert Golb, and Michael Gambon and Jesse Buckley. This is the story of Judy Garland after she arrives in London in the winter of 1969. And it's the story of Judy Garland, who is famous for being in a number of movies.
Wizard of Oz.
And so we have this was a great biopic, almost sort of like The Doors or a number of other biopics, Ray Charles movies, and these other kinds of Shine, I think was the name of one.
Bohemian Rhapsody that we covered last year.
Right, which Descartes did a terrific version of Bohemian Rhapsody, the song. Yes. Judy, this was a great movie. It's sort of one of those, it's my Oscar pick. I think it'll definitely win Oscar Gold. Speaking of Rupert Gold, the director, sort of makes sense that gold begets gold, and that's probably why they put them in charge, put them at the helm. This is a great movie. Makes you think about singing. 5 bags of popcorn, easily, 2 cans of soda.
I got to say, when I was watching this movie, at first I was like, I don't think I want to see a documentary about a concert. That's not really a movie to me. But then when I heard that it was about Judy Garland from The Wizard of Oz, it all sort of clicked to me. And watching it, I think, is in a way to go back in time to The Wizard of Oz. They're there in Kansas, and you wonder what happened next. She got back to Kansas. What was the rest of her life like? Well, what if she became a singer? What if she took the influences of the Tin Man and the Munchkins and all these lovable characters that she met and incorporated them into her future life? So this is kind of seeing Dorothy, I guess, sort of at the end of her life and still singing Over the Rainbow. And that's why I loved it. And I think any Oz heads will also love this movie. I'm going to give it 5 bags of popcorn because that's our highest rating. And I'm going to throw in 1,700 cups of soda because I love this movie so much.
Okay. Those are our movies today. I do want to take a second now and let everybody know that the documentary featuring me, starring me,
about the VFA.
is about, no, not about the VFA, is about my run for district attorney. Mr. America is coming to theaters in October.
October 9th.
It's going to be October 9th, going to be a huge movie. We look forward to having the director Josh Lorton on here and like
Josh.
this guy. director Josh. I haven't had a chance to see it yet, but everyone's raving about it already and saying that it really is a nice
Nice
piece
look
of
at
work.
the VFA and
Yeah.
sort of a time capsule of where the VFA was last year when they filmed.
What do you have planned for us this season?
Well, we've been working since this movie was shot, since we documented that phase of the VFA. Now we've moved into phase 2, which is the mobile VFA. So we actually have the entire archive now on wheels and taking it around and doing exhibits and sort of letting the public see what's available to them in terms of access to the archive.
Well, that sounds very boring. What I want to do right now is end the show, which we're going to do every week, is end it
With a classic movie time, which is my new segment. My new segment.
There's one guy that got me where I am right now, and that is the Creator, Jesus Christ, who's given me the power and the grace and the glory to proceed and do this the right way, which is how I got connected with MoneyZap.com in the first place, through prayer. But now,
And
if you
classic
talk, I'll break your finger. So I'm going to encourage everybody, whether you're believers or not non-believers, whoever you are, let's take this moment together and enjoy a moment of silent prayer. Thanks for watching.
Then we'll see my new segment, Classic Movie Time, which is
just
sort
shut
of...
up and pray. Believe me, you need to.
We're going to do Classic Movie Time. Tim,